Hello lovers of diecast vehicles. So what we have is another LCD model to enter my collection. I am absolutely blown away by how good these models are from this brand so far. Granted, I picked up their hypercars like a McLaren or a Pagani and stuff. But I was so impressed with those models, I thought now is a good time to try out some of their SUVs. And so let's take a look at this Range Rover Velar, or is it Velar? I'm not sure how this is pronounced. Maybe someone, well, I guess I could just look it up online. Let's see here. So there's your information. I don't see a licensing on this one. Oh, there it is. Jaguar Land Rover. Alright, so I kind of have a suspicion these might be dealership models. They're so good. But maybe I'm wrong. I haven't been in a Land Rover Jaguar dealership, and I'm not sure if I ever have been in one. I can't remember. But if anyone has, keep an eye out for this and let the collectors know if this is like a dealer promo. Anyways, crystal box seems pretty nice. Not too loose of a fit, so that's nice. It won't just fall out and fall onto the floor. We do have this nice metallic placard. It is cool to the touch, so I do think it might be a separate piece of metal in there. It does again say certified by Jaguar Land Rover right on this plate, so that's what makes me think this might be a dealership model. Okay, so I just want to check if there's anything that can break off if I drop this, but it doesn't seem like it, so I'm going to take it off the stand here. Let's see if this thing works here, this Xiaomi Wow Stick. Okay, you guys started off manually, but it definitely works after you get the initial tension off. Okay. Alright, let's start with the photo comparisons this time around. So this model is the fourth in the Range Rover lineup, and it first came out in 2017, and it shares a bunch of components with the Jaguar F-Pace, the XF, and the XE models. In particular the aluminum platform. These things could have had, well, they come in either 2-liter inline cylinder 4s all the way up to a 5-liter V8 engine making up to around 540 horsepower, so that's got to be a bit of a beast, Okay, well, I hope you had enough time to compare. It looks pretty darn good to me. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm just looking at it through my camera as well. Granted, my camera screen is pretty small. You'll probably see a lot more details on YouTube than I am right now. So be mindful of that, and that's why I make a lot of mistakes in my reviews. Okay, looking at this, again, it looks pretty darn good. Yeah, alright. With that said, let's pull out the dental pick here and get to some flossing. Alright, the wheels. They definitely looked accurate to the real vehicle. It seems like there's actually two tones going on as well. Like the whole rim and the edges of the spokes are silver, but in between those edges is black or something, or some sort of dark gray. So that's really impressive. And now I'm noticing something in the middle of the hub. Yeah, I guess that's like a Land Rover. I can't magnify anymore. I guess that's meant to say Land Rover. But look at the lug nuts and stuff, and you can see a brake system back there. Right, the silver rotor, and I think the calipers in the right side towards the front of the vehicle. This is insane. I'm so under so much magnification. Yeah, I think the brake rotor's there again. Let me get a flashlight to really help us out and see. Boy, now I'm losing focus. Yeah, there it is. There's a brake system. It's hard to see because the wheel's so dark. But this is again why I love this brand. I really wish LCD just made more models because they're so good at it. Unfortunately, I'm noticing this paint problem right here. I don't know if that's a blister or a contaminant in the paint. So that's a shame. Speaking of this paint, it's like a metallic, it's got a hint of brown to it. It's like a gunmetal brown. I can't say I've ever seen this color on any other object before. So it's pretty nice. It's different. It'll definitely, you know, it's like subdued, but still different from every other diecast I've ever seen. Okay, well anyways, continuing on. Flush door handles, and then a little button there for your fingertip to sense the fuel. There's some sort of detail accent there. And is there a color in the middle of it? Yeah. I think that's like some orange paint. Maybe this illuminates or something on the real car, like a side blinker. Okay, well, that's pretty darn nice. Yeah, it's got reflective stickers as usual from this brand. See, you can actually see the reflection. That's as good as it gets. And wow, look at this interior. We might as well just look at this now. The center console. It says Land Rover. It's actually like the startup screen of the computer system. And then we have the vents. They're painted silver. And the center, the armrest area, it's silver again. Those are like, I'm guessing, pop-up doors for the cup holders. And then there's a cushion there for your forearm. There's a red paint for the seat belt buckle. Okay, and that's just the passenger side. What about this side? Let me see if I have a... I feel like the window could use a little polishing. I think that helped out. What I'm looking for is like instruments inside that binnacle. I actually don't see any. On all the other LCD models, they actually have instruments in there. But I suppose it's probably an electronic dashboard, but I mean they have it on the middle console computer, so let's back out a little bit here and see what's going on with this top glass. So you can actually faintly see the rectangles of the moonroofs there. So that's pretty cool. And then the printing around on this windshield is super nice because it has the openings for the sensors. I've never seen that on a diecast. Right? That tiny detail. Raised windshield wipers while we're at it. And then molded details on top of the dash. Okay. Now, the back windows are tinted, and that's realistic to the model. I mean, the real thing. And then the back glass, wow, you can see, yeah, it goes, you can see the front, so that's impressive. There's also looks to be a rear view mirror. Yeah, I think, yeah, right there, you can see the rear view mirror. So yeah, those are pretty good defroster lines, obviously, if you can see something in front of the vehicle, so that's pretty impressive. Alright, so let me get the flashlight again. Yeah, oh, there you go, some red on the seatbelt buckles again on the back seat. Alright, so that's really cool, very cool. That'd be funny if there was like a dog inside the trunk. But it looks like it's got the cover, you know, to hide the trunk. Like usually you have that little plastic piece that's got some sort of fabric on it. I've never seen this car in real life up close. You know, I'll see it in an auto show, but they don't let people into the Range Rover booth unless you're intending to actually buy it. At least at the auto shows I go to. Yeah, okay, well, what about this side's paint? There's no bubbling, luckily on this side. Okay, so now let's take a look at the back here. It's nice to see something on the license plate. Velar. Okay. And then what is this printing here? Yeah, there it is again. I can't read what's under it, but Range Rover's nicely done. And then these taillights are great. you can see my pick is on the clear surface, but behind that clear surface is silver and red, so it's like literally back there. So that's pretty awesome. Same with this. There's some red back behind this thing, so I think they printed on the back side. And there's the little Land Rover badge. It's not really legible. It's got some shininess to it. I think it might be a foil sticker or something. The tiny little outline of one of those threaded holes for like a tow hook. The little dots for the radar system, you know, so you don't back into something. Some silver trim, and look at the exhaust. That's a real exhaust port, right? It's deep. Okay. And then over here we got some nicely painted reflector, and it's surrounded by black, and that black carries over to that little piece of plastic on the wheel well. I think that's to either aerodynamics, or maybe it prevents dirt from kicking up and dirtying up the back of the vehicle. Oh, now noticing a tiny strip of red right here as well. I assume that must be a reflector. Yep, it's on both sides. So, again, these guys are LCD. You guys are doing a great job. Okay, so I'm really trying to see if that Land Rover thing is legible, but is it? It's shiny, so my camera has a hard time. I almost feel like it is, right? Maybe right there it actually says Rover. So that's crazy. I mean, that thing's so small. That's really impressive. Range Rover is nicely done. Nice to see a license plate with something on it. Texture here. These vents, three-dimensional. Yeah, I mean, that vent goes in there a little bit. The headlights, you know, they're obviously clear lenses, and then something probably behind it. Yeah, it looks like some silver or chrome reflecting light bucket stuff or accents, right? So, wow. It's just a magnification show. Whenever I pull up an LCD, I'm always zooming in and out. I'm just not used to it yet, that these models are so good. Okay, so it's nice to see an LCD models brand. It's nice to know this is what year this is nice. What it is, first edition, what scale it is. The only thing I guess missing is, you know, when was this actual product made? Like, what's the copyright? That would be good for future generations. It is screwed together. That screw is super far down there. I'm not sure why that's the case. And then I don't see one in the back. And it must be like a tab or something like that. You know, a slot and a tab. So, the tires are really nice. I mean, those look like tires that would belong on a road-going Range Rover, right? Look at that. So that's pretty impressive. Oh, yeah, I know some of you guys care about that. It's a pretty light model, you know, being a plastic base, but obviously you can see it roll. Okay, wow. So again, I'm not really huge into SUVs compared to sports cars, but this is awesome. This is another fantastic model by this brand. And I don't know what these things are, but it's got some orange paint or something in there. So, you know, it's weird. I don't see those on the real photos, but maybe the photos I pulled up on the internet aren't the first edition. Anyone know what these are? Please leave a comment. Maybe vents, or are they just cosmetic? I have a suspicion they're just cosmetic. Little antenna, some sort of air disruptor or something. Okay, wow. So again, it's definitely a great model. This definitely deserves a spin on Senorita Spinner. And let's go here. So this is I don't know if this is their smallest SUV. It is classified as a compact luxury crossover. So I do have a feeling it's one of the small models within the Range Rover range. Um, so let's compare it to a couple other trucks, a few that I have. This is a Kyosho. This is a G-Wagon, of course. And it's definitely smaller, but the G-Wagon was designed decades ago, maybe like half a century ago. I don't know exactly, to be honest with you, but it's been around a long time, probably longer than some of the viewers on watching this video. Okay, crazy pink color, that's why I chose this one. I like it. Here's a green light, and I did a video on this, and it had some quality problems. This Ford Bronco had this orange paint there, and there was a messed up red paint on the back, but I managed to polish it all out. I think all in all, it's actually a pretty cool model that Greenlight did of this 1995 Bronco. And this top does come off, if you're into that sort of thing. I actually prefer it with the top on, though. So you might want to search my videos for that. I didn't actually clean it off, that's the polishing compound. Okay, but anyways, this looks more similar in size. Right, at least lengthwise. I don't know, widthwise, it might be narrower or it's an optical illusion. I can't really say for sure, but you've had a look now. Okay, and then I guess the last comparable thing would be BA. He pities the fool driving a Range Rover. The good thing about BA's van is I believe they jumped it in one of those episodes of the A-Team. I don't, so, yeah. Am I wrong? Or, I don't know, I'm just going off my memory. Maybe I fabricated that out of vaporware, but I kind of feel like I saw an episode where this thing actually jumped. I could be wrong. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure this is a full-size Vandura, whereas this is considered a compact. But being a more modern vehicle, maybe a compact SUV, it's still pretty big. You know, if this is a full-size van, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Well, that's enough of the comparisons. Hopefully you've had enough time to compare it to these photos spinning around. But this is another win. This is another great model from LCD. I am totally sold on these guys. I'm going to buy more of their models. I think there's actually a full-size Range Rover. I actually wish this brand would do the very first Range Rover. I haven't seen a premium brand do that, and that's such an icon of 4x4 history that I really wish someone would do that. You know, preferably these guys, but you know, even if like Mini GT or Inno64 did it, I'd buy that too. But if I had a choice, this is the brand to do any vehicle you want. These guys are gonna do it right. Oh boy, I only wish they see me these videos and start sending me stuff for free. Shameless plug. No, but I actually bought this by myself, my own money. So search it out online, LCD, that's the name of the brand, and they got a couple other models in their collection. Alright guys, it's been a long one. I'll see you guys in the next review. Thanks.